This video is for the knowledge organizer on composite functions. What I would like you to do is watch this video, use it to work through the examples on page 1, try the questions from page 2, and then complete any maths watch work set by your class teacher. So if we have a look at this, composite 2, if you've got fx and gx, these are two functions, then g f of x is a composite function. G f of x means you put x into the function f, then you put your answer into the function g. Composite, you're joining those two functions together into one. Okay, sometimes g f of x has brackets here. Most times it's written like this. I very rarely see it written in that format. But if you imagine you've got two functions, fx here is 3x minus 2, gx equals x squared plus 1. Remember in last lesson I said that you don't necessarily always have to have f as your letter here, but in most cases when there's only one function, f is the letter that is used. Because there's more than one function, it just normally goes down the alphabet, so you'll have f, g and h. Anyway, it asks you to calculate g f of 3. So what you do is, to start off with, we're going to work out that bit there. So we're going to work out what f of 3 is. So we go 3 times 3, take away 2. That's going to give us 7, because we do 3 times 3 is 9, take away 2 is 7. What you then do is you're going to substitute that value into g. So you take what your answer is from f3 and then you put it into g. And that, my function for g is x squared, so 7 squared, add 1. That gives me 49 add 1, which is 50. It's up to you whether you want to go down with your working out or whether you want to go across, similar to what I have done here. But you must make sure you do the first one, the first number that you come to the function, and then you think of it, you work in that direction from your numerical value. So you're going to do f, then you're going to do g. If you do it in the other order, you'll get the wrong answer. Okay, so it's really important you do it that way. In fact, I'm going to quickly show you what would happen if we did it the other way around. So if we did it the other way around and we did g3, what we would get would be 3 squared add 1, which is 9 add 1, which is 10. And then if we did it the other way around and we put 10 into this, we get 3 times by 10, take away 2, and that gives us 28. So as I said, it is important which way around you're going to put your numbers in. So that would have been the wrong way around to do it. Okay? That would have calculated, just so that you would see, that would be the value for FG3. Okay? Now, in most cases though, you're going to be asked to find composite functions when you have a value of x here. So you do the same thing. You think, right, you start with g of x and then you work to your next letter. Now, there is actually no calculation that you have to do. You say g of x equals x squared plus 1. And what you do is, if you have a look at your f, you're going to now substitute that into here. So you're going to say f of x squared plus 1, and you're going to put this where our brackets into this. So wherever there is an x, we're now going to put x squared plus 1. What I like to do is I like to just put it in brackets. So I'm going to write that as 3 brackets x squared plus 1 minus 2. I then expand these brackets, so that gives us 3x squared plus 3 minus 2. And then 3x squared plus 3 take away 2 gives us 3x squared plus 1. And that's my final answer for that. Now, again, if I did this in the other order, I would get a different function. So if I was trying to work out g f of x, say I was trying to do the function notation the other way around, fx is 3x minus 2. And what I would then have to do is put that into my value of g, which is g 3x minus 2. And then I substitute that into this up here. So I'd get my brackets I like to put in, 3x minus 2 all squared plus 1. So I'd have to expand out my brackets. If I expanded out my brackets, I get 9x squared minus 6x plus 4 plus 1. That would give me 9x squared minus 12x plus 5. And notice a different composite function comes out when I do this in a different order. So it's important you realise, again, you're going in that direction. That's the way that you work through your functions. This is what you should expect, because when we put in the same numerical values and did them in a different order, we got different answers. So we should expect different composite functions. The other thing to be aware of, the word composite function means putting the functions together. If you think in your final answer here, my final answer for this is going to be fg of x. So that's my composite function. My final answer for this one here is going to be g f of x. So that's my composite function. If we have a look, I have another problem here to have a look at. So in this case, we have 3 functions that we have to work our way through. Okay, so it says if f is x squared, g is 7 minus 2x, find fg of fx. So again, we start in this direction. So we say that fx is x squared. Okay, now I'm going to put that value into g. And what that means is, wherever there is an x, I swap it for x squared. So it becomes, or substituted for x squared. That becomes 7 minus 2x squared. And then take that value and I substitute it back into f. And I get 7 minus 2x squared. And that equals, now if you imagine I'm substituting that in, and it's been squared. Now I can expand those brackets out, but that is my final answer. Okay, so my final answer for fg f of x is 7 minus 2x squared all squared. Okay, so again we work in that direction. Okay, use this video to complete any work set on by a class teacher or Maths Watch on page 2 of your knowledge organizer. Thank you.